My name is Robert Adancic. I'm a paramedic firefighter here at the Concord Township Fire Department. I'm also the EMS coordinator and fire department quartermaster in charge of gear, PPE, and equipment. Over the years at the fire department and the fire service in general, we've identified a great need for decontamination of our gear, be it turnout gear and all the ensemble that goes into wearing those, station uniforms, duty uniforms, as well as other extra equipment, ballistic vests, armor, ballistic helmets as well. There's always been the capacity to decontaminate structural fire gear after a working fire. Take the gear apart, clean it, run it through a gear extractor. It's a long process and it serves a great purpose though. The carcinogens that gear absorbs that is washed in that process is something the fire service is really striving to continue to keep doing to prevent cancer and keep the safety of its members in mind. One of the great needs we have had though is to decontaminate gear that undergoes other contaminants, bloodborne pathogens, bacterial and viral infections, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic that has been ongoing. Having a means to utilize within the department to take our uniforms, our equipment, our gear, and run it through a process, especially one that is friendly to the equipment, that is non-chemical based, that still kills the virus and bacterial infections we're trying to eliminate from our equipment, has been critical in our mission to keeping our members safe.
My name's Ron Terriaco, the Deputy Fire Chief from Concord Township Fire Department. Going into my 40th year working here in the fire service, I've seen many changes in the fire service. Back when I started, it was pretty common for firefighter turnout gear to be dirty to show that the firefighter was tough or being a hero. The turnout gear would be all dark, carbon up from the structural firefighting that he just came from. The helmet being real dirty symbolized that firefighter. But as we had to do a cultural change within the fire service itself over the last several years, because what we've learned is those contaminants actually were hurting us. Instead of making us look like tough firemen, actually it was causing cancer and other dangerous diseases within our body. Through time and that cultural change, we now decontaminate our gear. We wash our helmets, we wash our gear, wash our hands, take care of ourselves better overall so that we do go home at the end of the day to our families. When we think about viruses, bacteria, and infectious control, we here at Concord Fire Department are very comfortable knowing that Cres will assist us in that decontamination process.
the partnership that our fire department has with Cres, especially the local connection that we have, being a local company, and then being committed to making a product that we can actually use to decontaminate our equipment, has been an amazing partnership. One of the other benefits we noticed, I've seen with our Cres mobile decontamination unit, is that other agencies have been able to use this product as well for their PPE needs for decontamination. Our local law enforcement agencies and their SWAT team and bomb squad that are attached to those agencies have been able to place their members' PPE, their ballistic vests, their plate carriers, their helmets, their uniforms in this cabinet as well, in order to decom their equipment as well. As we learned, law enforcement agencies and their equipment isn't always so easy to clean, and this unit has actually made it a pretty simple process. Because this decontamination unit is mobile, you can plug it in anywhere. One of the benefits of us especially is the ease of use that it has. It runs off of water, several gallons of water on the bottom, and heat and humidity. There's no chemicals involved. On average, we could use this cabinet as many as 4 or 5 times in a shift to once or twice in a shift. The machine's meant to be left on all the time, so large departments that have more members, more personnel, or greater decontamination needs could run this unit all day if they had to, continuously in and out with equipment going through there. The Cres Decon cabinet itself is super durable. In moving it around quite often, we've had no issues with the durability of the unit. The cabinets are made to be closed hard, slammed open and shut. The lessons we learned during the COVID-19 pandemic in using this equipment, using the decontamination unit as a very valuable tool for our members and their families ultimately, keeping them safe, will go beyond the pandemic and through the future as well. There will always be a need in the fire service for decontamination, for proper cleaning of PPE, of equipment for its members.
Cres is a third-generation family-owned business founded by my grandfather in 1936. He started the custom sheet metal fabrication company in his Cleveland, Ohio garage. Over the past 85 years, the business has evolved to be the leader in hot food holding for the commercial food service market. Cres, like many companies, was affected by the recent pandemic. Instead of waiting the pandemic out, we went to work to find how our equipment can be used in other ways. We found our heating and humidity technology is very effective at decontaminating personal protective gear, especially with our first responders and Department of Defense. Our innovations have led us to create Cres Health and Safety to address an unmet need for decontaminating personal protective gear. We have developed and tested a new point-of-use, chemical-free solution to create a safer environment, not just for our first responders and defense, but for their families too. With more innovations in the works, Cres Health and Safety stands with our first responders and defense to bring highly innovative and American-made solution to those that put their lives on the line for us.
Decontaminate and guard your gear with Cres from the trusted manufacturers of Cres.